I'm going to talk about Yoga Nidra, a blissful way of sports relaxation. As there are many form of relaxation in the sports which we practice regularly, but I suppose all those relaxation techniques are mostly um, in a physical form. We forget to touch on the emotional and mental aspect of relaxation. And when we're talking about the mental and emotional aspect of relaxation, Yoga Nidra plays a very major role. So, Yoga Nidra is a Sanskrit word which means a yogic sleep. In modern usage, a state of consciousness between the waking and sleeping, typically induced by the guided meditation. So, guided meditation means it's can be considered as the meditation, but it's not a form of meditation. In meditation, we tend to focus on one object, one thought, one um, our mind is stagnant. But in Yoga Nidra, our mind is active through the instructions which are given while you are in a Yoga Nidra. So when we practice Yoga Nidra, we are trying to transcend the behavior of the external mind. Various centers in the brain are stimulated systematically, so the experience we undergo are natural. When the mind becomes subtle during the practice of Yoga Nidra, its experience are almost on the same level we have in the dreams. So it's like we are in a sleep, in a very deep sleep, and we dreams. So in Yoga Nidra, we dreams about thing, and which lead to the all the three relaxations, which is mental, physical, and emotional. The history of Yoga Nidra is very as it's a very kind of thing yoga from where the yoga started, it original. So as it's written in the Upanishad and the Vedic scriptures of the India and all. So it started quite early, started by the Lord Shiva, the term yoga and all. In the ancient time, in the Hindu epic scriptures called Mahabharata, which is in the 3rd century, there is a mention of word Yoga Nidra, in which it's mentioned that the Yoga Nidra is the sleep in which the Lord Vishnu, as one of the God Lord, he used to sleep, he used to rest. And that rest, that sleep goes for a 6 month to 8 a year, for many years long, and that's how the Yoga Nidra comes. In the later aspect, the Yoga Nidra was first linked, also linked to the Buddhist Tantra, but it was more systematized and more came up in the modern age by promoted by the Swami Satyananda Saraswati. He was from the Munger, is one of the very indigenous yoga school. He was the founder of that. So he in 1976 he systematized the Yoga Nidra in a form of relaxation, and that he defined described it into the 8 stages, which will he included these stages as internalization, resolve, rotation of consciousness, breath awareness, manifestation of opposites, creative visualization, repeated resolve, and externalization. Internalization is when we are going into the Yoga Nidra. It always starts with, it's not something like meditation where you sit and perform the Yoga Nidra. Yoga Nidra has to be performed in a Savasana or the corpus pose, which we usually call in a lying down, completely lying down position. And from there, you, with the instruction, you open the door of that mental blockage and you go inside that deep meditation, deep sleep stage. So where the first stage is the internalization. Second is the resolve. Resolve is a sankalp where it's tend to saying, many people say, many rishi munis says that whatever the resolve you take in during the course of Yoga Nidra, it bound to get true. So if you have something like, okay, I want to achieve something, I want to do this particular thing, take that resolve, do regular Yoga Nidra. Somewhere your mind will guide you to reach to that particular stage. Then next, the rotation. So under the resolve, there is one It's, this is a true story about Swami Shivananda. He has a student. He has a disciple who was illiterate. So Swami Shivananda was thought of how to teach this boy. So he started teaching different languages to him in a Yog Nidra. So out of it's still that boy is there now. He works somewhere in the US. He knows 18 languages, and he never read about that language, and he speaks well. He understands well all those 18 languages. So that's the power of resolve. As the resolve is the sankalp, which gives you that kind of confidence. Next is the rotation of consciousness. Rotation of consciousness is more of the travel through your body, each and every part of your body. And each body part is linked to your brain. It's the physical relaxation of that particular body, but it is governed by your mind. Then the breath awareness, it gives you more focus, more it's like more deeper states you go in. Then the manifestation of opposites means repeating everything in a reverse order from where however you want to take it back. Then the creative of visualization. Visualization is like you can compare it with the transcendental meditation, but transcendental meditation is more of focusing on one object. But here in visualization, you can create a story. You can take that person to the beach, to the mountain, whatever you dream of, you can visualize that thing in the Yoga Nidra. Then after is the repeat of the resolve. Again, repeat your resolve, and later is the externalization. It's not externalization is also one of the process from where you take that person out from that deep relaxation, deep sleep. It's not like okay, you just lie down and you go into the yoga nidra. It's a proper process for internalization to the externalization. The way you take that person in the same way you have to take that person out from that nidra stage. There are certain as many, because in this world everything is on based on the research. Many people keep on doing the research related to the yoga, but still the yoga nidra part. I read many papers, even I wrote many papers, but still something or other is still it's like not coming up. So it's like very tangy, very broken down. So some of the research which I thought of, okay, we should talk about. So in 2019, Parker conducted a single observation study on a famous yogi or a Swami Rama. So he started he did the research on the based on the delta waves, or we call as the EEG, electrocardiogram, sleep through the yoga nidra, which is a disciple produced delta and theta waves even with eyes open and talking. So it's like giving those waves with you can through the eyes and the ears. A therapeutic model was developed by Datta and colleagues, and the same appeared to be useful for the insomnia patient. Uh, so many insomnia patient, even personally, I know many. I work with many people who are the insomnia patient. I give them a yoga nidra regularly, and they are improving in their sleeping patterns. They are sleeping on time, getting up. Still, they are in in improving state, but it's working with those people. In one of the research, it was found an association of yoga nidra meditation with the increased endogenous dopamine release in the ventral cerebrum of the brain. So is physiologically also it is having that impact. So mental aspect is there, physical aspect is there, emotional, but along with that, physiologically also yoga nidra helps. Another study reported that yoga nidra improves heart variability. That's very true, and it's my personal experiences. I'm talking about my heart variability personally is increases because I regularly practice the yoga nidra. So this is the one aspect. Even in the US, after the any war, the soldiers when they come back in the PTSD, post-trauma stress syndrome. So Yog Nidra is given to them for 15 to 20 minutes for their relaxation, because that kind of relaxation is required when you come out from certain aspects like this war situation or anything. So it can be used with you. I'm very sad. I'm very I don't have any word regarding what you people are going through. But somewhere, if you have that chance, start giving Yog Nidra to your soldiers. It will help them. They will feel more relaxed. There's certain misconception about also in the Yog Nidra that it's a part of concentration, it is hypnosis, it is meditation, but it's not. Yoga Nidra is not a concentration. In concentration, we concentrate on one point for a longer period of time. But in Yoga Nidra, your mind moving from point to point. The way you give the instruction, same way your mind moves from a one stage to the different stage. In concentration, we just simply say, okay, like Tratak is a Kriya. Tratak is a cleansing process where we clean the eyes, where we continuously either look at the flame or we look in our own eyes. That will lead to the concentration. But in Yoga Nidra, your mind is not at rest. It is resting, but it is resting in a more inducive manner. It's moving continuously. Also, it's not a hypnosis because in hypnosis and Yoga Nidra are it's like two sides of one thread. One is this end, one is the other end. In hypnosis, start from the your mind is active in Yoga Nidra, but in hypnosis, your mind is completely shut down. Means you can't have any thought in hypnosis process. And in Yoga Nidra is also not a meditation, because in meditation it's more of the mental focus, but in Yoga Nidra is more of the mental, physical, and emotional. All three aspects we focus on. So why we talk about the sports relaxation? Because nowadays the life of a sportsman is of a earlier they have a very long playing careers, but now they have a very short playing careers. Why? Because a lot of injuries, competition is too hard, and
Ouais,
because of
est-ce
all
que vous...
these things, the overload means the pressure of competing, pressure of giving that best performance. In that pressure, they tend to miss that relaxation part. That is very much important. And they go for the relaxation and they relax also, but something somewhere is that pressure of winning, pressure of competing, pressure, that mental pressure will always there, which didn't give you that kind of peace. And if you're not at a peace, then physically you are relaxed is no point. So athletes yet face unique physiological and psychological stressor daily, which may contribute to the injuries, overtraining, burnout, other physical and mental health issues. Accordingly, they would need continuous exploration of more complete strategy to counteract mental tension and other detrimental stressor effects. So usually accumulate threefold tension or stress. First is the muscular tension, which is related to because of the overload of the training and the physiological imbalance. It's only related to your body. Uh, Second is the emotional tension. It stems from the various dualities such as love, hate, relationship, profit, loss, success, failure, happiness, unhappiness. Uh, So all these things related to your emotional tension, it occurs because players are unable to express their emotion freely and openly in emotional tension. They don't express, they keep everything in themselves. Often they refuse to recognize that they repressed, and because of that, the tension become more and more rooted. So it's like when you don't express and you feel like to hiding it from, it goes more deeper, and then it will be very difficult to bring you out from that emotional tension. Last is the mental tension is result of excessive mental activity. It's like your mind is the whirlpool of fantasies, confusion, oscillation, means everything is going on over here. So how to relax? There is ways. Some people use the music, some people use any mode to relax, but that relaxation is only for a certain period of time. You have to have more relaxation. Your mind to get that kind of best performance and for a longer period of time, your mind has to be at a stable state. So how the Yoga Nidra helps means is Yoga Nidra is like taking you in a deep sleep, healing it physically because you're traveling to your body from each and every part. That's the physical aspect. Emotionally, it touches your soul. It touches your uh, uh, feeling. It touches your expressive, whatsoever it is. And then the mental, and it's all these things is governed by the mind. So when your physical and emotional relaxation is there, your mental relaxation is also is of that level. So in sports is key to the performance is the rest. Everybody knows key. The more the you rest, but more you perform well. But we right now we are at a very time bound sporting career. Earlier we used to have a long 10 years, 15 years. Now it's 4 years, 5 years. So to get the best performance from the athlete player, a rest is must. It should be at all three level: physical, emotional, and mental. The athlete get the rest from a normal sleep, but for a deeper rest and relaxation, Yoga Nidra is the most effective and efficient form of psychic and physiological relaxation. It rejuvenates the body, mind, and the soul. The only factor is like how to give a Yoga Nidra. Means you can't tell your player to, okay, you lie down in half an hour, 40 minutes, 45, 1 hour. It's sometimes it's really difficult when you start practicing yoga nidra in the beginning, and your mind will take time to adjust that change in your body. So initially start with the 20 minutes. It says that the 20 minutes of yoga nidra is equal to the 4 hours of your sleep. So if you relax, if you are in a yoga nidra for 20 minutes, it's equivalent to your 4 hours of sleep. It doesn't mean you don't sleep. You do yoga nidra and your sleep is over. But it's there. Many sadhus still they practice yoga nidra, and other time, rest of the time they meditate. So it's like that. The body has a tendency to repair on its own aches and pains, but when we use the yoga nidra session, the body start restructuring and reforming from within. Though this is the athlete injury, get heals faster and gets a better rest in the form of mental and physical relaxation. As we know, if we usually our body heal to any injury, but it takes its own time. Means healing it doesn't mean your bone is broken and then you do the yoga nidra, your bone will attach. It's not like that. All the like ankle sprain and all those kind of injuries, if you have your muscle pulls are there, if you have all those injuries, then practice the yoga nidra. It will increase the relaxation part, and it will increase heal the injury faster in comparison to the normal healing process. I think what are the benefits?
Dear Dr. SHIVESH, can you have to fit in 4 minutes this presentation?
Is my time is over? Okay. Okay. So I'll just benefits. What are the benefits? Is like in 2020, a German university has conducted a research on the Yoga Nidra. So it helps it the results were the is lower the stress level and improve the sleep quality. Second, central and the peripheral recovery of the sportsman. Basically, it works on your EEG cardiogram alpha rhythmic state. And Yoga Nidra has a positive and immediate effect in the central and peripheral relaxation, altering the parasympathetic and neurological system. So, yes. almost it's has a or Yog Nidra has a potential as a holistic approach to the sports coaching and athlete recovery. Future research and the practical application of Yog Nidra may shed further lights on this. So athlete recovery and well-being is more important. Start practicing Yog Nidra. It's definitely going to help the athletes. On this note, thank you, Olena.